A really good smart home uses context to make automation decisions. And an important piece of data is where the humans are in your smart home. It can be as simple as knowing if someone is home, to completely embracing 1984 and tracking your residents 24/7 worldwide. No matter where you are on that spectrum, though, here are 5 ways you can use presence detection to make your smart home smarter. Mint Mobile partnered with me to bring you this video. More on them in just a bit. Number 1. Automate your security system. I've talked about this one in the past, but depending on what you need out of a security system, Home Assistant may be able to do that for you. And when you add presence detection, your smart home can even handle the arming and disarming of that system. And that is exactly what I have my smart home doing. The security system automatically arms when the last person leaves and disarms as soon as we arrive in the driveway. The basic ingredients you need to make this work are the Home Assistant mobile app, a group that contains all of your family members or the devices you use to track them, and a zone that kicks off the automation based on when that group is marked as being away. And the beauty is, you don't even need to have your Home Assistant instance exposed to the world for this to work. Heck, you don't even need the mobile app if your Home Assistant setup is able to track clients that are connected to your network. So for this one, you could keep it completely local if that's your style. Either way, it does require you to have your device with you to disarm your security system. And there's no backup in my current setup for when I don't have my device. And that does mean it could be fooled by someone else having your device, since nothing authenticates you personally. But if that risk is something you're worried about, it would be easy to add additional protection while keeping a good balance of convenience. In terms of reliability, this one has been rock solid for me, and one less thing I have to worry about. Number 2. Room lighting and room-based notifications. This is another completely local use case for presence detection, and one that can really up your smart home's user experience. I feel like we've talked a lot about this one lately, but for those that haven't watched my videos, I'm using the ESP presence nodes sprinkled around my house to provide Home Assistant with who is in what room. This not only makes room occupancy more accurate, but enables me to automate lighting based on who's in the room, and maybe more importantly, know where people are, so when Jarvis needs to pass along some information, Home Assistant knows exactly which speaker to use. This one does require some effort to set up, because the functionality requires some extra hardware. But it isn't difficult. All you need is some ESP32 boards, the ESP Presence project link, and a USB cable capable of providing both data and power, so you can flash some stuff. But in terms of money and time, the return on investment is pretty high. If you want to see a video on how I set all of this up, let me know in the comments. Number 3. Home Assistant-based presence detection can improve your relationships and possibly save your marriage. This is, of course, where we get into extending presence detection outside our smart home. For me, my smart home is more a virtual life assistant than just a smart home, and I've tried to build it to be as close to Jarvis from Iron Man as I can get these days. And like the real fictional Jarvis, my version was built to keep everyone in my family up to date with the important things on our schedule, like notifying both my wife and I when my kid has been dropped off at or picked up from school. And that brings us to why I'm excited to partner with Mint Mobile for this video. I've been using Mint Mobile as my cell phone provider since May of 2020, after decades with another service, because I, like so many of you, had gotten tired of my insanely high cell phone bill, but at the same time was dreading the whole process of changing services because it was going to involve that mind-numbing user experience of talking to cell phone salespeople. I picked Mint Mobile because it was a no-risk decision. There was no contract to get locked into, no complicated setup involving hours talking to a rep, and the price of their plans was insanely low. Even more impressive, for that one monthly price, I also got unlimited talk and text and a free mobile hotspot, both of which I had been paying extra for with my other service. So I went online, picked out a plan, and ordered my new phone service. They shipped me a SIM card, I installed it, and within minutes was up and running. So if you want to save some money on your wireless bill, go to https://trymintmobile.com/SlackerLabs, also linked in the description, to get 50% off premium wireless. And thanks to Mint Mobile for helping me automate the boring stuff. because having good quality cell service is critical if you want to use your location outside your home to trigger automations. The way this works is Home Assistant is tracking where my wife and I are at all times. And if it's a school day, and one of us arrives at the school during the morning drop-off times, as soon as we exit the school zone I set up in Home Assistant, we both get notified that our kid has been dropped off. Then when one of us arrives at school for afternoon pickup, we first get notified who arrived at the school, so if we're both trying to get there, we know someone is already there, or maybe more importantly, that no one has arrived yet, and then as soon as that person leaves the school, we get notified the kid was picked up. This way, we're always aware of what's going on, without having to stop and remember to send a text. And while I haven't implemented it yet, you could definitely add notifications when you arrive at a store to remind someone to pick up that thing you wanted. I would never say that talking to my wife is boring, but life gets busy, and when your partner or spouse is not with you, Home Assistant and a little presence detection can help keep everyone in the know. Number 4. Where we're going, we don't need to be manually switching modes. Different modes can help define what automation should fire, or perhaps not fire. And the two modes we use a lot that presence detection helps with are guest mode and vacation mode. Both of these, of course, could be manually toggled. They are just input booleans. But that's boring stuff, and let's be honest, when we're going on vacation, the last thing we think about is changing our house mode. Vacation mode is pretty simple, and the way I have it set up requires Home Assistant knowing where we are when we leave the house. Specifically, how far we are from the house. This one just requires you to have a threshold of time or distance you want to trigger turning on vacation mode. Then you need a way to track that distance so you can compare it to your threshold. Home Assistant, of course, provides multiple ways to do this, but I'm using the HA mobile app and a proximity sensor entity. The Waze integration, OwnTracks, or even Life360 could handle that if that's more your style. Then you just need an automation to turn on your vacation mode when everyone's distance from the house hits that threshold, and then turn it off when you return. Guest mode in this house works a lot the same way, and you can create the automation using different methods. The easiest is to simply look for guest devices attached to your network, and then turn on guest mode when they appear. This is how I do it, and really it's only set up for friends that spend a lot of time here and have access to our Wi-Fi. Just be sure everyone knows what you're doing. And number 5, presence detection in general can make your automations better by adding conditions. Presence detection can ensure that notification about the clothes needing to be moved from the washer to the dryer only plays when someone is here to hear that notification. This one doesn't require anything special and can be set up as soon as you get Home Assistant up and running. And of course, it's completely local, since the most basic presence detection is network-based. The idea here is to build your automations so the ones that only need to run when someone is home know that context, and the ones that don't need to run when no one is here also know that context. To make this easier, it may be helpful to set up a group that contains all your important entities that you need to track. That way, when one entity in that group is home, the group state will be home, and when they're all away, that state will be not home. Then just add that condition to every automation where it matters. And that's it. 5 ways you can leverage presence detection to make your smart home smarter. That last one was a bit weak, I think, but you got 2 in the 4th one, so I think it balances out. If you want to see more detail on how to set these up, let me know in the comments. I left links to the various automations I'm using for each one of these in the description, so you can check them out and use them for inspiration or whatever. And of course, here's some links to some videos I previously did on some of these topics, which means it's now time for us to get back to automating the boring stuff.